Good evening to all of you. Any issues? Any issues, errors? Tell me any issues?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Sir, in F-59, when I enter T code, I'm getting a different screen, sir.
Show me the error right now.
1 minute. So my screen is visible, sir?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So see, sir.
Okay.
That posting key is 39.
Mm-hmm.
In video, it was like 19 and special GL indicator J, but here
Okay.
it's showing P.
No problem. No problem. That is, so you created, right?
Yes, create and cleared invoice also
Okay.
through APP.
That is happened for servers. Okay, they are assigned different posting key. In some cases, a special GL indicator should be J, and for your case, it's a P. Okay, no issues. Okay.
But after payment request, again we have to make the down payment manually. So before that, only down payment, then we can run the APP.
Yes. So,
but here dual process we can do, right, sir?
FBZP, just go to FBZP.
No, already cleared, sir. This one, huh? Okay, 1 minute.
The special GL indicator,
okay.
A and F are only for down payments. Okay, this is a P. Okay,
P.
this is a P, payment request. Okay?
Payment request, and J for down payment, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you just go to FBZP configuration and show me. Okay. FBZP configuration. Go to all company codes. Okay, select your company code. Click OK. Double click on this. Okay. So here you didn't mention P. Why you not mention P?
But I am not mentioned J also, right, sir?
No, here you need to mention P only. Okay. So
P, okay.
put the P. Put P in the configuration. Okay.
Here.
And yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Drill down. Just drill down and tell me what is P, meaning of P.
P for payment request, sir.
Yeah. Okay. You need to put P. So just watch out that video. So here they mention special GL transaction P for partial payment request. Okay.
No, sir. They mentioned only J, but they are not.
P, see, it's in some servers it will say J, but in some case for you it is P. Okay, this is default. There is no issue.
Sir, both J and P both are there, sir. In this also.
So what I am saying.
Okay.
So you just go to F-59.
Okay, 1 minute.
F-59. Okay, so give your document number, company code. What system is picking? P or J. In some servers it will pick J, some servers it will pick P. This will come from automatic. Okay, so you can't do anything, right?
Yes, sir.
Either you can P, either you can, some servers P will work out, some servers J will work out. Okay, so both will be valid.
Okay.
Because in backend they have set up posting key 39, special GL indicator is P. For other
sir.
servers, they have set up posting key for special GL indicator J. Okay, no issues. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Let's start the concept. So today topic is GST. Okay, GST stands for goods and services. GST stands for goods and services. So this concept was introduced by Modi government 2017. Okay, GST was introduced in 2017. Okay, GST stands for goods and services. This was introduced in 2017 by Modi government. So earlier, before this GST, so we have several indirect taxes. So we have several indirect taxes. So like excise duty, okay, customs duty, excise duty, customs duty, and VAT, CST, okay, so octroi tax, service tax. So all these taxes was all these taxes were there in earlier before 2017. So after that, this was replaced with GST, goods and services. So now these taxes have been abolished, and so we are our government following only GST concept. GST stands for goods and services. Okay, so tax should be imposed on goods and services. So if any transaction happened within the state, like you purchase any transaction within the state, okay, that is the intrastate. Intrastate means so within the state, within the state. So interstate means state to state. So you procure some raw material from Karnataka. Okay, so you procure raw material from Delhi. So interstate. Okay, so intrastate tax and interstate tax is there. So in intrastate case, okay, so CGST and SGST comes into picture. CGST means central government, central tax, GST, and state GST. For intrastate, the IGST will be applicable, integrated GST. Okay, any transaction happen from one state to another, then IGST comes into picture. So if any transaction happened within the state, CGST comes into picture. CGST or SGST comes into picture. So assume, one example I'm explaining. One example is raw material procured from Mr. X, Mr. X worth 10,000 rupees and GST 5%. So this is a transaction happened in the intrastate within the state. So purchase account debit to Mr. X account credit. Okay, so GST. So at the time of purchase, so purchase is called input tax. Okay, sales is called as a output tax in GST. So here, if you procure the material, then input tax comes into picture. So input is a current asset. So output is a current liability. Okay, so purchase account debit, input CGST, input HGST. Okay, so total purchase of 10,000 and 10,000 on 5% is 500. So 500, 50% will go to central government, and any transaction happen within the state, 50% will go to central government and 50% go to state government. Total we need to pay to the vendor is 10,500. Okay, this is excluded, GST excluded. So total, so you need to pay to vendor is 10,500. So any transaction happened within the state, 50% amount will go to central government and 50% amount will go to state government. Okay, and for in case of intrastate, okay, so IGST comes into picture. So it's a intrastate, then instead of input CGST, HGST, we just put IGST. Input IGST, total 500. But in case of normal scenario, okay, so normal scenario is within the state, then this entries will pop. At the same time, so here the procurement is happened with the Mr. X, and so raw material sale to customer. Okay, so what? For 20,000 INR and GST 5%. So at the time of procurement, GST applicable. At the time of sales also, GST will applicable. So here, customer account debit sales account credit. Okay. To output CGST, output HGST. Okay, so in case of customer case, sales case, so output CGST, sales generally output is a current liability. So you need to create a GL account on current liability. So sales is really sales is 20,000 and output CGST 20,000 and 5% is 1,000. So 50% will go to central government and remaining 50% will go to state government. Okay, so this is the total procurement. So at the time of procurement, so input CGST, at the time of sales, output CGST. So now GST payable to the government. What amount do we need to pay to the government? GST payable to the government. Okay, so output CGST minus input CGST. So output means so 1,000 minus 500. This is total 500. Okay. So 500, 500. This is 1,000. This is 500. So total 500. So output CGST minus input CGST. Okay, total we need to pay to the government is output the CGST minus central government you will pay this 250, state government you will pay 250 total. So this is the calculation. So this is the calculation. Okay. So in SAP, I will show you some GST rates. So GST rates. So these are the regular normal GST rates. So 5%, 8%, 18%, 28%. 5%, 12%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. These are the GST rates. Okay. So just to look at this GST rates. These are all GST rates. Okay, for railways. Okay, for railways. So how much tax? Okay, then pence 18% new GST or pence 18% GST will be happen for others. So these are all rates will be given by our client. Okay, so these are all rates. So it depends upon the business what kind of GST rates will be applicable. This will be shared by your client. So what is HSN? What is HSN? So HSN stands for Harmonized System Nomenclature. So HSN stands for Harmonized System Nomenclature. Okay, so more than 200 countries are using HSN code. Okay, so every material has denoted with HSN code. Let's say, for example, so if you purchase laptop, so below laptop there is HSN code will be there in the backend. Okay, so this material is identified with HSN. HSN is nothing but classification of the goods. Okay, so it is nothing but a classification of the goods. So here currently 90%, 98% international trade merchandise is classified using HSN code. So which HSN code, several universal classification of the goods, the government has decided HSN code for GST clarification and levy. Okay, so the HSN code in India, it's a 6-digit code. It's a 6-digit code. Okay, and SAC means Service Accounting Code. SAC means Service Accounting Code. So Service Department, the Service Tax Department developed by SAC code, SCAC code. So Service Accounting Code has classified for services. Okay, so general services tax rate for service fixed 5 slab rates. So 0%, 5%, 18%. This is covered as SAC Service Accounting Code. If service is not in GST exempt, then GSTs are not provided. Then they are default GST rate service 18% will apply. See, SAC. If you hear anything about SAC, SAC stands for Service Accounting Code. So as a classification system of the services. So what kind of percentages are there? 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. Okay, this is the HSN code is just like a classification of the good, what kind of goods exactly. So we can, HSN code is that 6-digit numerical code. Okay, 6-digit code. Okay, so this was developed by World Customs Organization. It's a nomenclature code. So it tells to the interest a nomenclature code. Classification of the goods. So these are all tax slab rates For GST for milk, how much percentage will be applicable? Sugar, how much tea? Okay, coal. So these are all things are there. Percentages are there. Okay. And GST accounting entries. This is also very important for interview point of view. So here some GST entries are there for input tax. Okay, some entries are there. So please read these entries. How the GST will be calculated as given over here. So this is very important to know more about. So journal entries. Okay, so just to read out these journal entries today. Okay, so GST tax rates will be provided by client, no worries. And so before doing this, we need to understand the journal entry. Without understanding journal entry, so we cannot determine the GL accounts. Okay, so we need to create some GL accounts, right? So what kind of GL accounts will hit, and what is the GST process and all? If you don't know, then we will face some issues. That is the reason. So first we should understand the accounting entries. So what kind of entries will hit at the time of procurement from within the state and so intrastate case. Okay, what is the journal entries will come? That we need to know first. Okay, then we can configure in our system. Okay. So in SAP, there are two tax procedures are there, mainly for Indian context. So for Indian context, so majorly we have so two tax procedures are there. So one is tax INN. Second one is tax INJ. Indian context, two types of tax procedures are there. So if your client is using old version, very old version, SAP ERP, PHP 5, 6, these are old versions. So for old versions, earlier they used to do configuration TXA tax INJ. So tax INJ is a formula based for calculation of the tax. Formula based. Okay, now we are not using formula based. So this configuration earlier our companies will perform, consulting companies will perform based on formula based. It's a formula based. ING tax INJ is a formula based, but tax INN is a condition based. So right now we are following based upon the condition, not formula. Okay, so companies who are following old versions, still they are following these versions also. Okay, old version they need to migrate from tax INJ to tax INN. Okay, so they need to migrate from formula based to condition based, because right now SAP is not recommended formula based. Okay, so we generally use only condition based. Okay, so in order to migrate from tax INJ to tax INN, okay, so we need to follow some OSS notes guidance. So this we need to download from SAP portals. SAP portals, company SAP will give the company's login credentials. Now every company should have login credentials. So they will log into the SAP portal, and so they will download this OSS notes. So OSS notes will be there. The OSS notes number will be there. This will be downloaded, and so we connect ABAP people and basis people. So they will modify the changes. Okay, so they will convert from tax INJ to tax INN. Okay, so for migration project, if you for like 4G is not supported for mobile, what we need to do? So we need to download some application, and so we'll connect. So we'll download some application. We will link with this new one, right? So like that, here old versions are not supported for GST calculation perspective. So we need to download some OSS notes. This has been given by SAP directly, and okay. So if you go to if you go to Google OSS notes for GST, OSS notes for tax INN, tax INJ. Okay, see, these are all OSS notes. Okay, this is one kind of OSS note, but this OSS note should be downloaded from SAP portal directly. SAP will provide login credentials to the companies to download SAP related stuff. Okay, I mean, it's not taking much time. See, mapping tax INJ, mapping of tax INJ tax code with the tax INN. So here some of the procedures given. Any technical related stuff. Okay, so this has been given by SAP. Okay, for tax procedure creation. This we need to apply. And some technical stuff. Some technical stuff will be done by SAP basis people. Okay. Some consultant, but for the new versions, we don't do anything. Okay. Okay. So anyhow, for applying OSS notes, so we need technical people help. Without that, we can't do anything. So we are currently using tax IN tax procedure for GST, or there are any prerequisites change to do. Tax INN is a condition-based tax. Prerequisites for GST regime solution adoption, migration tax ING formula based. Tax INN is mandatory for customer currently using tax ING. So nowadays this is the mandatory. So will SAP support GST for tax ING tax procedure? No, SAP will only support GST with the tax INN. Okay, so not tax INN. So this is for old version, but SAP is not supporting. So minimum support pack level for required tax procedure migration. Okay, so there is no minimum support pack level required for tax migration. This is relevant to only GST adoption. If your system belongs to very low support package, you may need to implement multiple SAP nodes similar how you would other corrections in the component. SAP note that activity will consume significant amount of time, hence plan accordingly. See, if the client is using old system, so there are several kind of OSS nodes should be downloaded. Okay, and need to apply. So this is the time consuming activity, and that is the reason. So here plan accordingly means there is a free amount will be need to pay to the SAP. So two new transaction codes GMG are available in the migration solution, but missing in my system. Why? Because see, some of the transaction codes also not available in the, and these two T codes are not there in the old version, but in the new version it will be there. So in order to activate this T code, so some OSS nodes need to be executed. Okay, so this is just idea. So you want to know more about this, you just read out this, you will get some idea. Okay. So what kind of configurations that we need to perform in GST? So access sequence. So we need to define access sequence. Okay, we need to define access sequence. So define conditions. So condition input CGS, input SGST, input IGST, output CGST, output SGST, and output IGST. Okay, define conditions, define access sequence, define conditions. Okay, define account keys. So account keys also we need to define for this. Okay, so then define tax procedure. Okay, define tax procedure. Configurations, these are all configurations we need to do. Generally, we follow tax INN procedure. Then create GL accounts. So we need to create all these GL accounts. Okay. Then create tax codes. So we will create tax code 5%, 8%, 12%, 18%, 28%. Tax codes we need to create. And assign, so like account determination also we need to perform. Account determination. Assigning GL account in the back end for auto posting. Assigning GL account in IMG configuration script to post automatically. Okay. Conditions, account keys, tax procedure, GL accounts, tax codes, account determination, then unit testing. So you post vendor and customer invoice with GST. Okay. So you can use T code FB60 and FB70. Then clear this GST invoices by using the T code F110. F110 linked with many areas. Okay, so this is about the GST. I'm sharing this notes to you. Just read out these areas today. So read out GST tax rates. Look at the accounting entries. These are very important. Accounting entries. Okay. So first focus on journal entries because GST case interview will ask you accounting entries as well as GST configurations. There is no complicated concept. Very easy. Okay, very easy concept. So please finish up this things today. Okay. Any issues? Let me know. If you not understand anything, and you just tell these things to me right away. Just to follow these two links. Okay. Right. Thank you. We'll continue tomorrow. We'll finish up this GST configuration part testing tomorrow. Thank you.